Hello and welcome to this week's Capping Corner. My name is Rainier, and this is Sigi, and we are going to talk about the Belmont Stakes to cap off our coverage of the Triple Crown series. So let's talk about the favorite. We the People is 2-1 on the morning line, and I don't know if I agreed with the morning line. 2-1 seems kind of low, but he is the lone speed in the field. He won the Peter Pan Stakes by 10 lengths. The effort in the Arkansas Derby was a concern, but maybe this is just a need to lead type. So, what do you think of We the People? Does he need to lead?
Well, not sure he needs the lead. He's a needs the lead type horse. The thing is that he won the Peter Pan over a wet fast track. That day was a bit sloppy track, was a sealed track, and that really suits perfectly to speedy horses. That horse got loose on the lead and just won gate to wire very easy. On on a visual standpoint, he looks like a monster. But I wanna see him on a fast track because sometimes horses run extremely well on the slope on sealed track. Remember Freedom Child some years ago? He won by 12 lengths or 13 lengths and did nothing in the Belmont Stakes. Probably he's going to be the co-favorite with Mo Donegal because people just after look that Peter Pan performance, people would say that he's the real deal. So I think he's going to be the co-favorite with Mo Donegal.
Right. I am afraid of lone speed in any dirt race. I just don't like 2-1 on We the People, and some people have told me there's rain in the forecast. I need to double check on that, but if there is rain in the forecast, then maybe you could move up We the People. But let's move on to Mo Donegal, who is 5-2 on the morning line, and I thought he would be the favorite. Mo Donegal beat the Preakness winner early voting in the Wood Memorial by a neck, and he also ran a good race in the Kentucky Derby. Mo Donegal closed for fifth. He only lost by about 3 lengths to Rich Strike in the Kentucky Derby, and I thought that was a good effort. What do you think of Mo Donegal?
Yeah, Mo Donegal beat early voting in the Wood Memorial after he was battling against a soft pace, and despite that slow pace, he was able to beat early voting that day. Then in the Kentucky Derby, he was a bit slow at the start, and then he was really gaining ground at the end, but he was a fifth place. I'm not buying the Kentucky Derby race because that race there was a pace meltdown in that race, and the horse got benefit about that pace. The distance, I'm not sure. The distance is the Belmont Stakes is a tricky distance. You can see horses rallying and running late in the Kentucky Derby, but horses just doesn't fire in the Belmont Stakes. Modonegal, we need to see him more forwardly placed because the it's really tough to closers to win the Belmont Stakes. So can he really go the distance with a slow pace? That's the question. Uh, Visually, I think he can go long. The pedigree, I don't know.
On the bottom of the dam sire is pulpit, so his dam line or his dam sire line does trace back to APND. I like him. I think at 5-2 he's probably a fair price. And I read Ortiz Jr. I think he knows Belmont Park pretty well, and he should give Mo Donegal a good ride. Let's move on to Rich Strike, who won the Kentucky Derby. And obviously, he shocked everyone. We didn't even talk about him in our Derby analysis. He won at 80-1. We did not know he was going to be in the race. It was a last minute thing when Ethereal Road scratched at the last minute. At Rich Strike, he took advantage of the pace from 18th, and he closed for the win. He won by 3/4 of a length over Epicenter. What do you think of Rich Strike's effort in the Kentucky Derby?
Rich Strike got advantage of the pace in the Kentucky Derby. Now, some people would say that the race was a fluke. Probably that's the truth. But you need to respect the Kentucky Derby winner, and this horse has the pedigree to go long. This, like Mo Donegal, he needs to run this time formally placed. We can see him running as a deep closer because it's really tough to win on that way. The horse, it seems he's working well for this race. Let's see. I think the horse has a shot and probably to run in the trifecta.
It's hard to dismiss him based on pedigree. His sire is Keen Eyes, who was third in this race, but he later on defeated American Pharaoh in the Travers Stakes. And Gold Strike is a filly, or she was a filly that won up to 9 furlongs. And her sire is Smart Strike. There's route influences on top and bottom. It's just a matter if he's good enough. One more question. Do you trust Sunny Leon?
Sonny Leon, this is his first time at Belmont Park. But I think he's going to run a horse before this race. This is a professional rider. I think he's going to run him well again.
Let's move on to Creative Minister, who you like. This is the son of Creative Cause, who has siblings who love the marathon distance, including was it his full brother or half brother, Destin, who was second in the Belmont Stakes one year. And a Creative Cause did not get a chance to run in the Belmont Stakes, but he probably would have loved the distance. Creative Minister himself, he won an allowance race at Churchill Downs on May 7, and then just a few weeks later, he was thrown into the Preakness, and he ran a good third. He kind of ran evenly around the track. He only lost by 3.5 lengths to early voting. What do you think of Creative Minister?
Creative Minister has the pedigree to go long. He's a son of Creative Cause, and Creative Cause, as you said, he's full sibling to Destin. And in the dam side, he also has some good influence, some stamina influence, like Tapit, his Messiah, and Deputy Minister. So the pedigree says the distance is perfect for him. Also, I like his running style for this race. This is a horse that can run evenly all day.
My only concern is whether or not Creative Minister needs more time to develop. But his third in the Preakness in only his fourth start is impressive.
Yes, that's true. The horse probably needs a bit more experience, but he's a talented horse, and I like the distance for him.
What do you think about the distance for Nest, the lone filly in the race? She is trained by Todd Pletcher, and she ran second to Secret Oath in the Kentucky Oaks, and that's my big concern because we've seen Secret Oath try to take on males twice, and both times Secret Oath flattened out in the lane. She was third in the Arkansas Derby, fourth in the Preakness. So the only thing that can help Nest in this race is the mild 1/2 distance. So what do you think? Does the marathon distance of the Belmont Stakes help Nest move up?
Indeed, Ness is bred to run 12 furlongs. The pedigree says the distance is not a concern, but you're right that she lost to Secret Oath and now she's facing tougher field and she only can take advantage of the distance. But watching the fields, I think she needs really to improve too much to win the race.
Yeah, I don't quite trust her. I know that Todd Pletcher won the Belmont Stakes with Rags to Riches in 2007, but Rags to Riches was dominant over her gender, and we know that Nest isn't dominant over Secret Oath, so I don't know. I could see her being used as second or third, but I'm not going to use her to win. We only have time for one more horse. Let's talk about Barber Road, who I like. I know you don't like him, but he was a closing sixth in the Kentucky Derby, and also he was the closing second in the Arkansas Derby to Cyberknife, and he was third in the Rebel Stakes. He was second in the Southwest. It seems like he runs second or third a lot, and I don't think he ran that bad in the Kentucky Derby. And remember, Mo Donegal was 5th in the Kentucky Derby, and Barber Road was about a leg behind him. What do you think of Barber Road?
No, Barbie Road ran well at the Kentucky Derby, but the reality is that all the closers ran well the Kentucky Derby. So that's a race that was a really tricky race. So now he's going to face from moderate fractions. So I prefer to see him if he can close with these fractions.
You don't think Joel Rosario could help him?
I'm not sure. I think he needs space to close. I just want to talk about Golden Glider.
Okay, let's talk about Golden
Yes.
Glider.
Golden Glider was second 10 lengths back to We the People. Some people would say no, he it's impossible that Golden Glider can beat We the People. But again, that race was over a sealed track. Watching the replay, this horse just run evenly in the stretch, and I want to see him running again, facing We the People in a fair track, in a fast dry track.
There could be rain on Saturday. I'm not sure. I need to double check it, but we'll see.
Yes, we'll see. If the track is fast, a dry track, I would consider him in my place.
Let's talk about our final plays. I don't know what my final bet will be actually, but I'll give you my top 4 selections. My top selection is probably Mo Donegal. I just think he's the class of the field, and I have no problems with the distance. I'll put Barber Road second, and maybe Rich Strike third, and I don't know, maybe We the People fourth. But those are my top 4 picks. How about you?
Okay. My top selection is Creative Minister. I'm really confident on this horse that he would enjoy the trip. He would get a good trip and the distance would be perfect for him. My second choice is the long speed with the people. It's really tough to avoid the long speed in these dirt races. And my third choice is a long shot, is Golden Glider. I think if the track is really fair, I think he could pick a piece in this race.
All right. Do you have any bet in mind, or do you need to think about it some more?
No, that's all. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to play some exotics this day, but I will share my picks on Twitter later in the week.
All right. I'll be sure to put your Twitter below this video. Just click in the description. And that's our coverage of the Belmont Stakes. I don't know when we'll be back. We're going to go on a long break. We'll see you when we see you.
Yes, probably time for vacation, no?
Oh, yeah. We're going on vacation. Maybe until the Breeders' Cup. We'll talk about
Okay.
it.
Okay.
See you later.
See you.